cord. All right, percent proportion study, guys. There's a couple different ways you can attack these, okay? And these are those problems that read something like, what is 5% of 60? 2 is what percent of 23? What is 10% of 26? Stuff like that. So, jot this down. This is a way to do it, okay? This is the percent proportion. And again, we've been talking about proportions. We've been talking about ratios, okay? Ratios are basically just fractions. Whenever we take one fraction, set it equal to another, we typically call that a proportion. How do we know if two ratios are proportional? Their cross products are going to be equal. That was on the warm-up today, I believe. So if you've got a couple of ratios and they've got an equal sign in between, cross multiply them. If they come out to be equal, you've got a proportion, okay? But this is the percent proportion that we're going to use with this material today. The thing that I like about this is that you basically see 4 places. There's an is, there's an of, and there's an x, right? The 100 always stays there, all right? So really there's 3 things that we've got to find, and we've got a place to put all 3 of those things. That's kind of what I like about this method, is it gives you places to put things, all right? Now I will say this. You see this right here that I put in red? That x over 100? That right there, that is your percentage, okay? Any percentage is really that number over 100. Any percentage is that number over 100, okay? So, for example, 5% would be 5 over 100. 20% would be 20 over 100. 23.5% would be 23.5 over 100. Any percentage is that number over 100, okay? So that x over 100, I want to be real clear here, that x over 100 represents the percent, okay? Now, what I've got down there at the bottom, I would highly encourage you, whenever we start working with these problems, I would always start with the percentage. The first question you're going to ask yourself is, did they give me a percentage? And the reason why is, one, it gives you a consistent starting point, okay? With every one of these problems, it gives you a consistent place to start and say, look, did they give me a percentage, yes or no? If they did, I'm going to put that number over the 100. If they didn't, I'm going to leave the x over the 100, okay? We're going to take care of that right side first, okay? But again, it gives you some consistency in where you're going to start with every one of these problems, okay? All right, bless you. All right, here we go. 28% of 63 is what? Jot that down real quick. 28% of 63 is what? And do what? 28% of 63 is what? Just
just write it.
Just write that down. 28% of 63 is what?
Can I sharpen my pencil real quick?
You bet. Yes. Are you dying? Hurry. All right. First question. Here it is. Did they give you a number with a percentage symbol on it? Yes or no?
Yes.
What is it? What's the percentage? 28%. If they gave you a number with a percentage symbol on it, they have given you a percentage. Did they give us a percentage? Yes, they did. So what we're going to do is we're going to put that 28 over the 100. Take care of your percentage first. If they did give us a percentage, put that number over the 100. If they didn't, we're going to leave the X over the 100. But that's the place to start. It's just a good, consistent place to start.
Is that a 15 up there?
That is an is. That is over of equals X over 100. I'm putting the percent proportion back over there on the right. Okay, now, we have to figure out the is and the of. All right, so listen to this. We've taken care of the percentage. So the 28, we're done with that. Listen closely. Of 63 is what? Of 63 is what? What do you think the of is?
Division.
Of 63 is what? What do you think the of is?
The line that separates them. Division.
The of is 63. The of is 63. Is what? What do you think we're going to what do you think is going to represent what? What if we don't know something in algebra, what do we represent it with? Say again? Is what? Here's your is. Here's your of. 28% of 63 is what? We took care of the percentage, 28%, 28 over 100. Of 63, there's your of. The 63 represents the of. Is what? I don't know what, so there's my x. Is my x. So it's x over 63 equals 28 over 100. Like I said, you're looking for three things. And you've got a place to put each one of them. There's going to be an is, there's going to be an of, and then we've got our percentage. Okay? Now, once we create the portion, how do we solve a proportion? We cross multiply. I'm going to go here first. I'm going to go 100 times x, which is 100x, equals, guys, make sure you put an equal sign after that first product. 100 times x, 100x, equals. We are not creating another fraction. We are creating a small equation. And then 63 times 28. We'll resort to the technology here. 1,764. 1764. So a little multiplication there, 63 times 28. And that's coming back the other way. How do we solve this? What's the one-step solve here? Divide by?
100.
Divide by 100.
So,
Divide both sides by 100. And I believe that's going to be, let me double check on this Monday. Should be 17.64. Yep. It's going to back that decimal up a couple places. 17.64. 28% of 63 is what? 17.64.
why do you get 17?
Did you do 1764 divided by 100? Do it again. 1,764 divided by 100. Divided by 100.
So that's same thing.
What are you getting? Oh, you're going to you okay. Where's your fraction button? There should be a button that should convert that to a decimal. It's just putting it in fraction form. So you're good. We need to just find that button for you. Okay? So this would be like you walking into a store trying to buy something for $63. You're getting a 28% discount. Guys, you're going to get $17.64 off that product. That's kind of what this problem is talking about, so to speak. if I gave it kind of a real world application. So 28% of 63, 17.64.
How did you get that 1764?
63 times 28. 63 times 28, 1764. 100 times x, 100x. We are cross multiplying. We have a proportion. We are cross multiplying to solve. Okay? Other questions? It's good. Other questions? Okay. Everybody got this one? We good? Let's do another one. Little variation here, okay? There's basically 3 variations of these. We're going to do one of each. And I will write a little percent proportion up there for you. Is over of equals x over 100. What percent of 29 is 3? What percent of 29 is 3? So this would be like you walking in, you're going to buy something for $29. You end up getting a $3 discount, and you're going, what was the percent off that I got there? What was the percent of discount? That's kind of what we're looking for here. $29 item, you're going to get a $3 discount. What was that percent of discount? Okay. First question. Did they give you a number with a percentage symbol on it? They did not, did they? They did not give you a percentage here. Okay? There is no number with a percentage symbol on it. We do not know a percentage, so we are going to leave the x above the 100. We do not know the percentage. Therefore, the x stays above the 100. And again, that's where I would start. Gives you a consistent starting point. Now, listen carefully. Of 29 is 3. Of 29 is 3. Which one do you think the of is? I agree. So 29 goes in the denominator. Is 3. So what goes on the top? 3. There you go. Guys, they're going to, we're looking for 3 things. Guys, they've got to give you 2 out of 3. They're going to give you 2 out of 3. Is everybody okay with where all those numbers are coming from? Okay. No percentage, so x over 100. Of 29, there's my of. Is 3, there's my is. Cross multiply. 29 times x is 29x. There you go. 29x equals, guys, make sure you put that equal sign behind that first product. What is 3 times 100? 300. You're generating just a real small equation here that we're going to solve. How do we solve this equation? Thank you. Yep. Divide, I agree. Divide by 29. So we're going to go to the handy dandy calculator. We're going to go 300 divided by 29. And we're going to round it. We're going to say 10.3%. It's 10.34. We'll call it 10.3. Pardon? How'd I get a decimal? Convert that, take the top of that fraction, divide it by the bottom. Like I said, there's probably a button, and Tiger, I'll look here when I'm done. We'll look. There's probably a button on your calculator that will convert that fraction to a decimal for you. But it's just leaving it in fraction form.
What was the answer?
10.3%. We'll round it to the nearest tenth. First decimal place. 10.3%. So you're getting about a 10% discount there. Hey, $3 is $3, right? God, $3 only gets you a couple tacos at Taco Bell now. $3 used to get you, shoot, 3 or 4. It's crazy. Taco at Taco Bell is like $1.29 now. It's crazy. Or Bella. Here, throw it in the closet. Throw it in the closet, please. That way it'll stay safe. All right, questions. Everybody good with that? I'm sorry? 10.3%. 10.3%. There you go. We were looking for a percentage, so we'll slap a percentage on the answer. 10.3%. Trayshawn, you good? Okay. Everybody else good? All right. There you go. Next one. This is the third variation. This is the third variation here. And again, I will put the is over of equals x over 100 up there. We can kind of see that. First question, did they give you a percentage? Yes or no? No, they did not. There is no number with a percentage symbol on it, so what goes above the 100?
X.
Perfect. Start there. Okay. All right, so listen carefully. 73 is of 125. 73 is of 125. What's the is?
73 on top.
And what's on the bottom?
125.
Perfect. Guys, once you get that percentage thing taken care of, either yes or no, then you go look for the is and the of. And typically, if you'll just concentrate on those two things, you should be able to get it. 73 is of 125. So there's the setup. They have to give you 2 out of 3. All right, here we go. Cross multiply. 125 times x. 125x equals. Get that equal sign there. 73 times 100? Yes. 7,300. Divide both sides by? Perfect. You guys are, I think you're catching on a little bit here. Okay, so 7,300 divided by 125, 58.4%, right? Bless you. 58.4%, because you're looking for a percentage. Look for the percentage first, okay? If they gave you the percent, put that number over the 100. If they didn't, put the x over the 100.
So that's 58.4.
58.4. Hang on. Hang on. Write this down real quick. 16 is 25% of what number? 16 is 25% of what number? Let's do one more with a percentage, just so we're good with that. 16 is 25% of what number? Is over of. $16 is 25% of what number? Did I give you a percentage?
Yes.
What is the percentage?
25.
Where's it going?
Over the 100.
Okay, good. 25%. If they gave you a percentage, take that number, put it over the 100. Okay? Guys, I'm telling you, it's a good, consistent place to start because it's a yes-no question. They either did or they didn't. If they gave you a percentage, as in this case, put that number over the 100. If they didn't, you leave the X over the 100. Okay? It gives you a great place to start on every one of these. Once we do that, now we look and we say 16 is of what? 16 is of what? So what's the is?
It's 16.
And what's the of? What is it? X. That's good. All right. Now, I will tell you this, okay? With this type of wording right here, there would be a lot of students that would use 25 for the is because it comes after the is. But again, what's the 25 got on it, though? The percentage. And again, that's another reason why I want you to start with the percentage. You should be able to see that number with the percentage symbol and say, that's a percentage. That number's going over the 100. Hello. Yo, yo. I do. You betcha. I think it's Henry. Go see Dean Powell. Go fast. Okay? But there would be a lot of students that would use 25 for the is. They're like, well, it comes after the is, but it's got a percentage on it. Put that number over the 100. Start with the percentage, guys. Okay? There's a few good reasons to do that. Here we go. 25 times X. Boom. 25X. Equals. 16 times 100. Oh, yeah. 16 hundo. And that should come out to be, yep. Divide both sides by 25. X equals 64. So if you're getting a 25% discount on something and it was $16, that means you were going to pay $64 for that. Yep. I will. Give me just a minute. Let me shut this down, and then I'll come over there and we'll find it. Okay? Guys, it's really pretty straightforward. You kind of got to develop a little bit of a routine for it. Start with that percentage. You've got the percent proportion. You know where things go. That's the one thing nice about this method. You've got places where things can go. Okay? They've got to give you 2 out of 3. All right? Questions here? We okay with this? Okay. All right. Odd or even? Evens? So you're going to have 2 to 24 even, which is how many problems? It's 12. 12 problems. 12. Okay? 12 problems. All right? So we are going to do the evens. Do the evens. Okay? We'll go 2 to 24 even. Do not worry about writing the problem down. Okay? You're going to be able to see it. I would go right into your proportion. Okay? All right? We good? Let me total where they're 24, so that would be, it'd be 12. Okay. Now, guys, on some of these, you're going to see some units of measure. And again, just use the numbers. Don't worry so much about the units of measure. What is 90% of 130 inches? You're using 90% and 130. 180.4 minutes, 25.7 minutes. Not so worried about the unit of measure so much. That's not going to change anything that we've done. Okay? Did they give you a percentage or not? And then work from there. You're approaching every problem the same way.